Hey everybody, Rob Orgel with Silencer Syndicate. We're here at SHOT Show 2025, as you already know, duh. And now we're here at the MK Machine booth with Tyler. Now, MK Machine, they've been known for power throw lever, optic accessories. Recently, they stepped into the chassis space with a bullpup, bolt action style chassis.
Yes, sir.
And now they're beginning to dabble into a new space. And that new space is my favorite space.
DMLS cans.
Fancy word of saying silencers.
Fancy word of saying silence.
Tell us about your silencers.
Okay, so many folks know us in the industry for industrial printing. I would say we are the foremost polymer experts, primarily in the MJF space. We've been doing binder jet stainless for a few years. We had some of our key clients request that we get into the DMLS game, so we have. We're running 17.4 currently. We have TI and Inconel on the way, basically, when we get back from the show. So we've been experimenting with some flow-through designs. It's awesome, you know, what you can do with the tech. You guys with the channel are highly familiar with what you can do with additive versus subtractive processes with silencers. So we're taking care of our key clients first, but we look forward to bringing, I would say, a robust, well-performing can at a really nice price, utilizing our in-house manufacturing capability rather than outsourcing.
Really good presentation. To simplify, you're making 3D printed silencers for some other big names in the manufacturer, and
Correct.
you're now going to start producing your own from those lessons learned with other companies.
Yeah, I mean, I would say through those lessons learned, that almost sounds like by potentially taking their IP or something,
No,
and
no.
not that, but yeah, certainly like we can see what works with stuff like your channel and utilize the ability to do extremely rapid prototyping on our end, some semi-scientific, semi-hillbilly Missouri testing on our end, and then be able to send out things for formal testing. And I know that the technology makes a more rapid, product development cycle. I know that we have a myriad of DMLS machines in-house, so it just speeds everything up, and utilizing what we know along with what others know is going to allow us to do a good job.
100%. Yeah, so it sounds like it's kind of chapter one of your brand release in
Yeah.
the suppressor space. It
Yes.
sounds like there's some R&D to be done. You're going to rely on some people for some testing, and I'm excited that you guys are stepping into that space. I think it's a great time to step into the suppressor space.
Yep.
I think you guys already have a great name for yourself. You've got a loyal following with the devices you've been making. I know I put your power throw levers on just about everything I can. And, not to sidetrack from the conversation of suppressors, but your pistol grips. And
Yeah.
I've spoken to this on the channel a few times, and I'm going to speak to it more times, that I've always been like an MOE, it's fine, as long as it's not a mil spec with a knuckle spot. I'm pretty happy with a stock MOE pistol grip. But then I played with some of your pistol grips, and again, I'm not a hotchkiss kind of guy. I don't care about the little doohickeys people put on their rifles, 'cause I think they're a waste of time and money in the grand scheme of things. However, your pistol grip, 2 or 3 of the ones of the 4 that I've received, I am blown away. They make the gun feel entirely different, and that's like salesy. Guys talk, oh, it's an entirely different gun now because I got this hotchkiss, and I'm really not into that. I think learning to run a gun is far more important than what you put on the gun. But those pistol grips, I think that you've done something special in that space, and I think you nailed it. I look forward to doing a lot more testing on those, because I'm very impressed so far. If you take that lessons learned in R&D you put into those and put it to these cans, I'm sure they'll be successful.
Yeah, I think so as well. And again, as I told you earlier, and maybe the camera, I like being transparent. We are new in the DMLS space. I know we make really good parts. Customers are super satisfied with them. And I know we will make a really good part for ourselves. So yeah, in the infancy, but it will be nice. And I appreciate the commentary you said about the grips. I would say when I was 15, I bought a 99 Cavalier and I drove that thing for 10 years and it got me from point A to point B. Well, there's your cheap injection molded grips. Now I have an M3. I'm not a rich guy, but it's a completely different experience to get to point A to point B, and it's a better experience. And I think that's the instance of spending a little bit more money gets you something with a completely different user satisfaction level.
Yeah, good articulation of double the price pistol grip is what a lot of people are going to see, but the experience of the luxury cars is different. And to speak about a pistol grip as a luxury car is almost silly sounding, but it surprisingly makes quite a difference. And
Once you get it in your hand, or once you drive that car, anything. You could go from a cheap laptop to a nice one, different experience. Yeah, different price level, but a better performing product. And that's what we'll have with cans, back on that topic.
Awesome. You're going to get us a titanium version of that for testing? Cool.
We'll get you whatever material you want.
Cool. Looking forward to testing it.
Yes, sir. Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Tyler.
very much.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Guys, if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Remember, you got us here. We appreciate you. Please keep up that hard work in the comment section. And as always, stay safe.